and welcome to Walk the Talk. Few weeks back, we had the first runner-up of Miss Universe Nepal 2024 with us talking about the pageant. And today we have with us the second and third runner-up of Miss Universe Nepal 2024. Let me please welcome Akshita, Chettri and Karen Murray. So yes, we have with us the second and third runner-up of Miss Universe Nepal 2024. Let me please welcome Akshita, Chettri and Karen Murray. Welcome guys, welcome to the show. Yay! So actually, Mavani, you both deserve a big round of applause, right? You have won the title of second runner-up and third runner-up. So we will be talking about the pageant, but first we want to know about you guys personally. How were you guys as a kid? How was your childhood? So let's begin with Akshita, shall we?
Sure.
So Akshita, yes, you were born in Nepal.
I wasn't.
So let's talk about that.
So I was born and raised in the United Arab Emirates, Dubai, and over there was when I had actually been in Dubai until graduating high school. And then right after that, I moved into South Korea, where I'm pursuing my bachelor's degree in business marketing. Okay. Apart from that, in Dubai, I'm also a dancer founder of a national dance crew.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And that has been my biggest project, which has also been connected to my social advocacy for the pageant.
Wow.
And I'm a digital marketer in my free time, graphic designer. I also recently completed my neurolinguistics practitioning. So a lot of things.
You got a lot of feathers in your hat.
Yes.
Right.
So I guess so.
Okay. So let's talk about Karen. Where were you born? Were you born in Nepal?
I was born and raised in Nepal. St. Mary's High School ma Podiko. So I studied here and then I did my IB, so ULINSMA. And yeah, recently I did my bachelor's degree from Bangalore. So I went there briefly. But yeah, just born and raised, pure Nepali here.
Okay. So, you born from UAE, from Nepal, तपाईहरुले चाहिँ त्यो एक महिना सँगै बिताउनु भएको छ, right? You have spent time together. Gel हुनुलाई चाहिँ कति time लाग्यो? Was it difficult?
I think for us too, not that much.
Yeah.
I think we have a lot of similarities. First of all, she said IB. So we both are international baccalaureate students once we completed high school.
Yeah.
And then apart from that, we just happen to have so many similar tastes.
Yeah. Okay. It's so funny because throughout the pageant, I feel like during our training days, I would always notice Akshita because she'd be wearing this a similar color or a similar wardrobe as mine. We'd always somehow be very similar or match. Yeah. And sometimes we'd actually twin panike.
Okay.
So yeah, Akshita ko gayalthyo. And then even after during the training, of course, we've hung out privately as well, and we went to Pilates together. So for us to gel, I think it was a very dynamic duo.
Right.
Yeah,
it was smooth.
Okay, nice. So now we want to know up close and personally. So we have prepared few questions. So
Sure.
You'll be answering those one by one. Okay. I'll go with my first question. That is, what's your favorite way to spend a weekend? We'll start with Akshita.
With my family, I like spending time with my mom. Usually if I'm in Dubai, then I'll explore some new location with my mom. I love shopping with her. My personal credit card, if I must say, because I'm still 20. I'm still making my funds, financially supporting myself. But I love spending time with my mom, especially because she gives me a lot of insights, not only to the professional world, but I've gotten to know a lot about wisdom and about life from her, which has kind of allowed me to get into pageantry that way.
Right.
So.
And what about you?
I think for me, it's probably just at home with my family because my parents work almost 6 days a week, even on Sundays. And I think on Saturdays, the little amount of time we have, we like to
Together.
We like to spend and I have a really big family. So I'm the middle child of my family.
Oh, is it so?
Yeah, so I have a big sister and a younger sibling as well. And we like to spend a lot of fun time and we like to do activities together. Also, I think on that day, because even though we are very much connected to each other and our family in general, I think each one of us likes to do like their own individual activity. So for me, I like spending time with my friends or like going to farmers market, just like continue trying different food or cuisines.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. What's a book that you'd recommend?
A book. Recently, my friend from South Korea recommended The Art of Loving.
Art of Loving.
Loving. And usually it's The Art of Living.
Right. Uh-huh.
With The Art of Loving, I guess what was quite different is that there is that romance that's apart from just two souls. And it's how to like unify just one soul and stay connected to yourself, stay true to yourself. And it's self-love, but it's been broken down into from since you were a child up until your teenage years, the adolescence years when you're like disconnected from your mother and you're completely living your life on your own, up until death and like beyond marriage, death and that kind of thing. So I guess that really put in a new insight of what love could mean.
Right.
So
So
would
you
be
recommend that?
that would be
Nice.
my recommendation.
I think I should read that too, right?
And I think it's quite necessary because usually in this age, I guess we're quite enticed by the romance world.
true.
There's so many ways that the entertainment really props up romance to be like. So I would recommend The Art
Nice,
of Loving.
nice. Okay, Karen, what about you?
What genre are you looking for? I love to read. I love books. So, yeah, I think a book that has really touched my heart is The Secret. So it's about manifestation and affirmations. And I read that when I was like really small, and I didn't understand when I
Back
first
then.
read it back then. But then again, when I keep coming back to the book, I read it when I was like in like 19, I keep coming back to it. It has a lot of like growth, spirituality, what Bandakiri say. And another book that I would recommend it would be Steppenwolf. I love that book. And yeah, एउटा Nepali kitab that I really would recommend for the youth to read is Histakala. I don't know if I'm pronouncing
Histakala.
it. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Okay, but that's a really good book as well.
Okay,
Sorry.
so there are quite a number.
Yes,
Right. Okay.
definitely.
Moving on. What's your favorite type of cuisine?
Ooh,
Are you a foodie?
I am a foodie.
Okay.
But I'm also quite picky.
Okay.
So I do like my spices. I do like a little bit of bitterness. I'm more savory than sweet. And you wouldn't find me near cakes or pastries, but rather pani puri on my birthday, probably. But favorite cuisine would be Mexican and Korean.
Okay.
I think they've really got some flavor out there. And I think Mexican just has that sort of lemon zest in every dish.
Right.
As for Korean, they really know how to play with the spices and sweetness.
Okay.
Uh,
Yes.
My favorite cuisine. So I think my favorite cuisine would be Nepali. I love sekwa.
Oh, you do?
Oh my god, you can. It's a problem. You can catch me in any local like sekwa shop or like kunsani amro jol momo. I'm a big fan.
Okay.
So that's like but definitely Nepali cuisine. I love my dal bhat tarkari. Ani.
So typical Nepali food there.
Oh my god, it's a problem. Like you don't understand. I actually enjoy Nepali cuisine a lot, and I feel like Nepali cuisine has so much varieties that hasn't yet been known in the market yet or in the industry. People don't talk about it enough. Like even Newari cuisine or so I love my typical Nepali cuisine. But at the same time, saying that, I do enjoy Asian cuisine as well.
Okay.
So any Asian, I think anything that has a little flavor, a little umami is what I'm into.
Okay. Next is, what kind of music are you into?
oh, okay. I'm into reggaeton. I love
reggaeton,
Latin music.
Oh, okay.
I think it really has different beats, and as a dancer, I like those kinds of beats. I think it adds a different flavor as well as Afropop.
Okay.
So you would find me usually there. But I think, as I mentioned, I had a dance crew. We're based off of K-pop.
Okay.
So for about 7 years, I did end up with
K-pop,
K-pop, K-drama,
okay,
the entire K-Hallyu. And that was I wouldn't say a phase. I'm still into K-R&B and K-hip-hop, but yeah, I can go broad.
okay.
I can speak 6 different languages, so
You do?
yeah.
Wow, nice.
So I
Okay.
can go on and on about that.
Okay, okay. So yes, let's talk about you, Karen.
For me, I think music plays a really important part in my life because I am such a music lover. I love listening to music when I get ready, when I'm like even on my way here in the car, I was blasting on music. I'm more into R&B or anything that's like soft country as well. So anything between that, like it depends on my mood. I love all kinds of genres. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any favorite TV series or web series, anything as such?
I just finished Emily in Paris.
Oh, you did?
Season 4,
Okay.
like yesterday itself. And that was quite interesting. But for me, I'm not that much of a TV watcher. I find myself quite stuck with the entire episodes, especially if it has more than 2 seasons.
Oh, okay.
The most recent one that I completed was Bridgerton. I think that's quite good as well.
Right.
It's well made. Yeah.
Okay. And you?
For me, when it comes to movie series, I feel like I gravitate towards science fiction, sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
So love sci-fi, and I'm also I'm a big romantic, so I love rom-coms, like anything that's girly that makes you laugh. Yeah, I think I also gravitate towards
Did you watch
Bollywood.
Never Have I Ever?
Yes, I
Yeah,
have.
no,
Yes.
it was really good,
I
right?
have. It's really nice. That's trending on Netflix. I know.
I think so. Because even I completed the 4th season recently. So yeah. Anyway, so you both love watching all these things, right?
When we find the time. When we find the time.
Okay. So yes, girls, we got to know so much about you. We'll be talking more about you too and the pageant, but it's time for a short break. Then we'll continue our conversation, right? Please sit back with us. Welcome back. We're still in conversation with very pretty 2 girls with us. We have with us Akshita, Chettri and Karen Murray. Welcome once again, girls.
Thank you so much.
So yes, since you are here representing Miss Universe Nepal 2024, winner of 2nd runner-up and 3rd runner-up, so we definitely need to talk about the pageant also. So let's jump into that, right? So how did you plan to get into this journey, Akshita?
Sure. So I had no idea I was participating. This was kind of like very impromptu, impulsive decision, I must say. I was just in my dorm room in Korea and I saw the post and I applied.
Okay.
And I didn't even tell my mom about it. I didn't tell anyone about it because I knew what they would say.
What would they say? No.
It was quite predictable. Not that they wouldn't allow, they would just be like, oh, it's not, you haven't developed yet, or you're not matching the standards of Sushmita Sen, or what's there, what can you give? So knowing that, I had just applied it, not really thinking anything. And then when I returned, I was on a trip in the States with my mom, from LA to Denver. Denver is when I got the email for top 60 auditions. And I just shut my mom in a room, because we were staying in an apartment at that time. I just shut my mom and I did the auditions 4 a.m. in the morning with like full face makeup. And that was it. I didn't know what to expect really. But
So you didn't prepare this from very earlier. You never wanted to get into pageant like that.
it was I'm a first comer.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Wow.
So in DC, just receive the top 35 auditions and you have to come to Nepal within the next 3 days. Literally in less than 52 hours, I landed in Nepal.
Okay.
With just shorts in my bag because we were hiking. So I had to like reach out to so many people to like really understand what was going on. So this was a brand new experience for me.
We'll be talking about that experience, but before then that, we want to know about Karen's journey. How did you get into the Miss Universe Nepal pageant?
I feel like looking back at it now from a very different perspective, I think it's all like it's a cycle, coming back together. Like it's all manifestation and affirmations. I never really was into pageantry at all, Sanuda. Never. Except for like a few times where I used to watch like Aishwarya Rai ko Miss World, or like like a few pageants here and there that would be broadcasted. And I remember having fond memories of like my family watching pageantry in Sunny, but not personally. I could never see myself as, matulo boy, but see, I'm going to be one of those girls in Sunny, all glamorous and beautiful and intellectual. Because I think I had like a deeply I was a very insecure child growing up because I was very overweight. And yeah, so like I never really saw myself as, beauty queen material or standard. But definitely, I think there was an inside joke actually in my family where uncle Pambali si malay utya bonnuntyo. Nakali ani Miss Nepal. Oh, Miss Nepal ayo. Oh, Miss Nepal gayo. So when I was a little girl, and I think I never really thought about it much on Sunny, but then when I was before applying for Miss Universe, I met one of she was a foreigner, but I think she was at a Miss Universal Women or something like that. Like I'm not really quite sure. Ani, I met her at a party or not a party, like a get together of a gathering, and it was basically she told me that I should join and I should try. Like she asked me about this. She asked me. If I was interested, and I was like, yeah, like I'm still doing stuff in Nepal. I have a lot of, I didn't want to leave home. So, and then I actually found and muscled up all the courage I could and Sunny to actually participate. And that's when the magic happened. So, very grateful for this opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Would you share one of the most memorable thing that happened during the journey?
Most memorable, I think for me, would be the finale, because it was kind of a build-up of all these practice sessions and every little tear that we shed, the sweat that we dropped, everything, and it just put it into the finale, and you could see that sort of outcome that came out from it. Because I remember during the first 3 days of the session, we had amazing mentors who would guide us through mental and spirituality sort of practice sessions, and that would be led by Miss Indira Joshi. And with that kind of a practice session, I would come home and I would tell my mom, I don't think I can spend one day without crying over here. In a good way, whether it be for improvements or for just having that overwhelmed nature. But by the end of it, that finale really came all together, and I felt more energized than ever because I was sick prior to the finale.
Oh, it was okay.
For about 24 hours, I was in my bed just rotting away.
Okay. So yes. What about you, Karen?
I think for me, it was the training, the close camp that we had at Hilton Hotel. So I think a lot of girls bonded. I bonded extremely well with my roommate, and yeah, I still kind of miss her because so we spent so many days together. Mm-hmm. But then, like Akshita said, I feel like a lot of girls were sick, including me. So because of that, I feel like our bond or dependency on each other was even more stronger because we all were encouraging each other. I remember once, I think I had a fever and it was nighttime, and I was crouched up in a couch waiting for me to return for the advocacy round. And Akshita actually came up to me and she was like, "Are you okay?" And she touched my forehead and she was like, "Garo boya." So
we lean on each other that way.
Yeah, and those small gestures, amongst contestants, because it is a competition, but those small gestures really means a lot to me, for someone to actually look out for you and come up to you when you're sick and not doing well. I think that speaks volumes about her character and about her as a person as well. So very grateful.
So yes, we can actually see such a nice bonding between you two guys, right? That is also because of the pageant, definitely. And yes, we got to know many things about the pageant, but once again, it's time for a short break, then we'll continue our conversation, right? Please be back with us. Welcome back. We are up with our last segment and very fun segment, that is Would You Rather, where we'll be asking few Would You Rather questions to these beautiful girls and they'll be answering with the explanation. Okay, my first question is, would you rather give up social media or clubbing?
Clubbing, because social media, I think it's a nice way to stay connected, and you could still enjoy with your friends. Actually, during the quarantine period, the COVID-19 period, as a dance team, we founded a new way of actually sharing dances online. So that created a community in itself. So I don't think it's that impossible.
Okay.
You can still dance online.
Right. I'll be asking another question to Karen, that is, would you rather be covered in hair or have no hair at all?
Girl, what? No hair at all. Definitely. Because I feel like you know, thanks to technology and like beauty advancements, I can always like get a wig or get
and
lash
all.
extensions or something like that. But hairless.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'll move to Akshita, that is, would you rather have no baths for a month or no new inners for a month?
Oh, either not showering or like,
Yeah.
okay. What is this? Okay. I have to choose this wisely. Yes, no inners for a month. Free.
Showers.
Yeah, shower is a must. It's a
Right.
must. I
Okay.
can't. My mom wouldn't allow me inside the house,
Okay.
so I would technically be homeless at that point.
Her mom is also here. Is it true? Yes, okay. Moving on, I'll be asking another question to you. Would you rather have the hiccups for the rest of your life or always feel as if you're about to sneeze?
Hiccups for the rest of your life. Or sneeze. So is it a feeling or are you actually doing it?
No. Hiccups is for real and the feeling, sneezing feel only.
Yeah, then I think sneezing feeling, because I feel like I can control my emotions, but then hicking up, like having a hiccup every like second or that's not going to be like
It's
appropriate.
a lose-lose.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, anyway, moving on. Would you rather be a bird or a cat?
Oh. A bird, so I can fly. I think as a traveler, I've constantly been up in the air anyway, so might as well just soar through the clouds. Yeah.
Okay. Karen, would you rather only be able to whisper or only be able to shout? Are you a
Your
loud
questions
person
are
or...
so intriguing.
I know.
She's always the one asking questions during, like any random question, it would be from Karen.
Karen,
Yeah.
okay, so I think this is a nice round for Karen.
Yes, but these questions are so intriguing. Like, I'm really racking up my brain. I think I would definitely whisper because I think it's better to be mindful and quiet and soft. I don't have a problem with being loud. It's more like some people might consider it as being aggressive, you know? And
Yeah.
I don't want to offend people. So I think for that sake, I would rather be quiet.
But what would you say? Are you a loud person or a quiet person?
Quiet person.
That's a lie. Okay, anyway, moving on with the next question for Akshita, and that is, would you rather eat nothing but salad or nothing but dessert for a month?
Salad. I'm not a sweet tooth person.
You already mentioned that,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Next question to Karen, that is, would you rather not be able to control your laughter or not be able to control your tears?
I think you have the first one anyway.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. I think laughter, because tears would make me so emotional, and I don't want to be emotional when I want to be professional. So I feel like definitely laughter.
Oh, but she's a pretty crier. That's very rare.
Have you seen me cry?
I've seen you cry enough.
Next question. It's going to be the same question for you, and that is, would you arrive overdressed or underdressed to an event?
3, 2, 1. Overdressed.
Oh, overdressed.
Always overdressed.
Always.
Okay. So would you like to explain why?
We had a whole conversation about this.
We
I
did?
believe, yeah.
You did?
Oh,
We did.
We did.
We did.
Because, okay, so most recently, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, most recently, once we were Sash, we still didn't have our dress codes yet. So our top fives were looking like as if one was going to the beach, one was going to the ballroom party.
Yeah.
So she came in you might want to.
No, and then we
Carry the
did
sport.
address about like concerning let's always be overdressed, especially pageantry ma. I believe
Exactly.
like it's always good to be on point and ready to go because you never
Yeah.
know when an interview is going to come up or a shoot is going to come up. So as a contestant, I feel like that's my responsibility to look the part, to talk the part, and to walk the part. And definitely, I think the second time we had the same conversation was basically during our pageantry gowns. We were discussing about like
how would we want it?
how would we want it, and I actually changed my gown twice, and Akshita was planning to do so, but she
Planning
ditched
to do
me.
so, but I stuck with my like the red one by Tenzing. 'Cause it
So
was,
then we had this whole like, do we overdress or not? But yeah, I think it's always better to be overdressed.
better to stand out than to fit in.
Yeah.
True. So yes, girls, with this we are almost at the end. We
Thank
got to
you.
know so much about you, girls.
Thank you.
Thank you so much
We
for
love
being
the questions.
Thank you
Very
so much.
interesting questions.
And very interesting answers. Okay, I hope our viewers would definitely love the show. So yes, anything that you'd like to say to our viewers?
Namaste Nepal, it's Akshita Chettri, your second runner-up of Miss Universe Nepal 2024. Thank you so much for watching the show, Walk the Talk. And thank you so much to our host, Ms. Malvika, for hosting me and Karen today. We had so much fun. And please support our Miss Universe Nepal 2024, Sampada Ghimire, on her trip to Mexico this November. Thank you.
Namaste, Sabay thank you so much for watching Walk the Talk with our beautiful host, Ms. Malvika. And a huge thank you for Global Glamour Venture for allowing us this opportunity to bond with Malvika and Akshita in this talk show. Definitely learned a lot. Please support us by streaming Miss Universe's channel. And thank you so much for your love and support. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, girls. Thank you for being in the show.
Thank
you so
you. Thank you so
much.
much.
It's time to announce the winner of last week, and the winner is... Many congratulations. You have won yourself this yummy cake from Sweet Treats Cakery. With this, we are almost at the end of today's episode, but before we sign off, I'd like to ask you the question for today, and the question is, which book did Akshita recommend? If you have watched today's episode, you know the answer. Please drop in your answer and we'll be announcing the winner next week. Till then, keep watching AP1HD.
It's an AP1 presentation.